Mike's hot, Tampa Bay, let's roll, it's game day. Rays on the diamond, bolts in the sky, Bucks on the goal line, Bulls ride or die. From the tailgate talk to the bright field glow, you know where to go. It's the J.P. Peterson Show. Hey,
Happy Monday, kids. How we doing? How are we doing? Hope you're better than Buck's Basement, who's already in the comment section telling everybody how right he is and how bad the Rays are. It's over. It's over for the Rays. I don't think so. We still have the best record in the American League. It's a long season, my friends. Unfortunately, Tampa Bay teams come out of their breaks with a extended hangover. I don't know what the hell's going on between the Lightning and the Rays. These midseason breaks have not worked out very well, but we will persevere and see where this season goes. Good morning to you, IndyCar Tim. How are you, my friend?
Good morning. I'm finally done with my World Cup hangover. That BS is over. Finally, we can move on with our lives.
Well, that was not the crescendo to the great symphony that we were hoping for. It's been a great tournament, but that final game was an effing dud. What a snooze fest. And no, it's not because it was just a 1-0 game. It was when the greatest name in your sport is completely absent in the big game, not even a factor, as Messi was not yesterday. Like, that's a problem to your sport. That's a problem to your sport. Now, the third place game was kind of cool. The 6-4 game, that was fun between France and England. That's the way soccer should be played. But when you got two teams that are just absolutely scared to death of making the dreaded mistake, it becomes a very, very ugly game. And that was not – I didn't think it was very entertaining at all. But no.
And, what pissed me off is I'm sitting here – I'm watching it. I've got it on. I'm working here. I've got it on over there, and I'm listening. My kids kept walking in. Dad, are you okay? Why? Did you know soccer's on TV right now? They know me really well. I'm like, I know. It's the final. It's the last one. I'm trying to watch
Everybody told me I have to watch it.
Yes, we'll probably try to talk about it, whatever, this week. So I'm trying to watch it, and every time I think something good's going to happen, I look over, and it's just –
nothing.
Just nothing is happening. How does this keep your attention? And I get it. I get that people are passionate about soccer. I just have to know how and why. I've tried.
I get it. We're not going to spend any time on it today.
Not.
That's
we're
it.
Not.
We're done.
What really pissed me off is it goes into extra time.
Yeah.
And I'm waiting for the freaking IndyCar race to start. Speaking of snooze fest sports, yeah. I'm sure that other people are saying what a hypocrite I am, but I'm waiting for the stupid IndyCar race in Nashville to start. And then it goes into extra time. Well, the IndyCar race is on Fox. They did this on purpose. They put IndyCar right after the soccer game. And
force us to watch two bad sports.
And then they right. Thank you, Fox. And then they delay. Of course, the start of the race is delayed because soccer's going and they want to do it live. Well, then the stupid soccer game goes so far into overtime, extra time. That now it's raining in Nashville and we can't do the race until today. Dude, my sports weekend was shot.
We haven't even started talking about the Rays getting massacred in Boston. Massacre.
The Boston Massacre, man.
Oh, my God. Anyway, so that's the show today. Good night, everybody. Go have a nice day. No, actually, I got a lot of stuff I want to talk about today. First of all, the Rays and where the Rays are at. We'll get to that. And I got some breaking news for you on the stadium coming up here in just a little bit. Jackson Suber, Palmacia's own, Plant High School's own, leading the Open Championship after round one on the leaderboard most of the weekend, or the Thursday and Friday, and then the weekend was not great for him, 75-72, but an incredible experience in his first Open Championship and a taste of links golf. We'll hit that. The Bryson DeChambeau controversy, we will certainly be all over that. And then the winner, Ryan Fox, what a story he is. So we'll get to all that. I also want to talk a little bit about the FSU today. Mike Norvell spoke last week at the ACC Kickoff. The SEC Kickoff is this week, so we'll hear from, it's going to be very interesting with Lane Kiffin and all the rest of the coaches being here. The stars are here, so to speak. So that's going to be very, very interesting here in Tampa. So we got lots to get to, and we'll kick it right off with some Rays news here. So as you all know, we had an incredible show on Friday with CEO Ken Babby joining us, Ken Hagan, the Hillsborough County Chair, and Alan Clendenin, the City Council Chair. They could all join us on Friday because they were not going to be in the meeting. Friday's meeting was mostly staff from the county and the city and the Rays. And these are the people that have been doing all the grunt work behind the scenes that, the politicians get together, they discuss things, and then these guys go and change the documents and get them to where they want to. So, this pot of money is going towards this thing and it's infrastructure and it's not stadium building. And these are things that the politicians want to have talking points when they go to their various campaigns and say, I protected the taxpayer, I did the blah, 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 blah. It's all a bunch of politics. But here's the rub. So I spoke with someone who was in the meeting. It obviously was not Ken Babby or any of the folks, the aforementioned folks, who has been involved in all these type of staff negotiations or preparing of the documents. And it said the overall theme in the room was, this is getting done. That this is getting done. The work has been done. They continue to get the answers to the questions and solving the problems of where the money comes from, when it comes out, who pays what, when the money comes back, all these really complicated things that are extremely important. And how the money is going to flow. And once you get to the point where, you've got the memo of understandings, which are non-binding, and all of these things is as we've talked about along the way, that all of the negative things that have come out were just part of the process. It was all just going to be part of the process. And it's interesting to note that there are lots of mailers going out right now. These mailers that are going to all the city and county voters that are check all these negative things about the supposedly negative things about the stadium deal. I'm trying to do some investigative reporting to find out who's funding these. But my sense is it's probably coming from outside the market, from Orlando, Raleigh-Durham, Nashville, other places that want this deal to fail. And I think Orlando would be on top of that list. And no matter what's on those mailers, and I've seen most of them, everything that's on there, we answered those questions in Friday's show. The money, and all of them completely refute. And this is why I asked this question a few times about the studies that were done. They just completely ignore or refute the studies. Based on what? Nothing. They have no study that proves otherwise. They've done no polling or studies that have done otherwise. So it's just propaganda. And you wonder why, who's coming in with these? It costs a lot of money to do a mailing campaign like that. And to me, I just follow the money. And to me, it's just those other markets that want to see this fail. And the important thing to know is that while that may change some public opinion for people that don't want to take the time to watch the show on Friday or really dig into it, it doesn't matter. And that's why I'm glad this is not going to be up for a vote, because, voters can be propagandized. I don't know if you've noticed this, Timmy, in our political system over the last few years, but they can be propagandized. And there, just like in our national discourse, there's tons of propaganda out there, highly funded propaganda that's out there. This is, on a much smaller plane, but still it's a shit ton of money. So that's what's going on. And I'm glad that it's not going to be open to people who are openly being propagandized here, and that the people that are supposed to be charged with taking the time and digging into the numbers and being part of the negotiations or privy to the negotiations understand what this deal is about, and that's the county and the city leaders. And as we saw on Friday, the leadership is strong in supporting this deal because they understand how what a generational opportunity this is, not just for baseball, but for the county and the city in general, and the revenue streams that can be brought in, which is why 10 other cities are not only hoping that the Rays do this, they're actively setting out propaganda pieces to tank the deal. But it's not going to work. It's not going to work because the tone of that meeting was we're super, super close to getting all these documents done. And we're all in and you've got the city and the city. Yes, very much so. The city and the county and the Rays all working together to get something done. And this is, as we've told you for a long time, this is a dynamic that has never happened before here in Hillsborough County for mostly the fact that Sternberg was in charge. So this is the news. And it's not news to most of you who, the Petermans out there. This is getting done. I say this all the time when I come on as the process goes on. Today, July 20th, 2026, year of our Lord, I have never been more confident that this is going to happen. Now, sure, anything we had a deal that was signed, sealed, and delivered in St. Pete. The shovels didn't get in the ground. So I will never, lots of you guys put, until shovels get in the ground, I don't believe, I'll never F with you people because you're 100% right. Until shovels get in the ground, hell, we don't even know after that. Well, sometimes shovels get in the ground and things get started to be built and they don't get built. But be that as it may, we understand how things work. This, in terms of planning for the future and where this process is, I've never been more confident that this is going to happen in Tampa because all parties have come together. We've gotten through the negative negotiations in the publics. Not that the Rays have negotiated in public, but the media has constantly, brought up all these negative stories that have happened. We've detailed it all. But as we sit here today, again, I would expect a vote in August from both bodies. I do at this point believe the city will be involved and it'll be a positive vote. But I'm not 100% sure on that. But I do know this: even if they don't, there is a way forward, as Chair Clendenin said on this show a few weeks ago. If you can't go through them, you go around them, and so that's going to get done. So that's the good news for today. Now let's get to the bad news, Tim. What a disaster this weekend was on the baseball field. I always love watching games in Fenway Park because it's always got such a great energy, and it's so pleasing to the eyes. The whole Fenway thing. If you've ever been there, it makes it even better. But this was ugly, and there's no facet of the Rays game that came out of this break ready to go. Baseball is a weird game. If it was football, you might say this team wasn't ready to play. And there goes on the coaching staff. It's baseball. It's just you got to be locked in, and this team was not locked in. Maybe it was just
for the whole series, though. That's just odd. Like I get the game back, like that first game back, I get it. But for the whole series, you weren't even there. You didn't even show up.
4 for 25 with runners in scoring position over the weekend. On Sunday alone, 0 for 15. 0 for 15. Aranda was 1 for 12. Cabanero, 5 for 17 with 1 extra base hit. Yandy was 1 for 16. 1 for 16. Now, this is look, nobody was sitting here at the All-Star break crowing, saying, oh, we got this AL East locked up. We all know the vulnerabilities of this team. In fact, we were talking about it in terms of we've got to add some things because this team has a lot of room to grow, and it's not, that team, the first half as it was constructed, was not going to win the World Series and probably wasn't going to make a deep playoff run. And as we sit here today, we are saying the same things. We need another arm. We need a big bat. And good God, do we need a effing catcher? These catchers, they've kind of, slid by, because Fortes, and they've come up with some pretty big hits at times, but just defensively, and they're just awful, which goes back to the draft. And I know, Von Lackey wasn't coming up tomorrow, but I'm going to tell you this. I think he's better than either one of these guys.
Like right now.
Yeah. Right now. These guys are just, they're journeymen. I mean, they're nothing special. And they're worse than that. They're killing you. I mean, Fiducia in one inning yesterday, or just in a couple inning stretch, missed the bunt with two runners on, eventually struck out, killed the inning, had a horrible late throw on a steal of second. Shouldn't have even thrown the ball. Threw it anyway into center field. Runner moves up. Missed the challenge, asked for a challenge and didn't get it. And in the same at-bat, there was a strike that he didn't challenge, or a ball that was a strike that he didn't challenge. Absolutely key to the at-bat. Then, with the bases loaded, McClanahan throws this great freaking change, I think it was, and gets the strikeout, and he freaking drops the ball. Pass ball, allows the run to score. I mean, in a series like this, just awful. I mean, these catchers are killing us. Absolutely killing us.
When I saw highlights of that, all I heard was the Keystone Cops and the Benny Hill theme.
Oh my God.
Through my head.
That whole inning. Like, what are we doing? And then Caminero gets a chopper and tries to throw it through the back of some guy. I mean, that allows it. They didn't even get a hit in the inning, and they scored 3 runs. I mean, that is not going to get you anywhere, Rays baseball, as they well know. But these are the lapses that we've seen from this team. And it just goes to when the big three go quietly. And by the way, when you get some elite pitching like Sonny Gray, this looks like because those are the guys that, they can get the big 3 guys out, and then the rest is just easy. It's just easy. Now, Chandler Simpson he was the only one that really showed some life. He stretched a couple of singles 2 or 3 times, I think, into doubles. Had a Chandler Simpson rally where he stretched a single into a double, stole third, ball goes into center or left field on the throw, and he scores. I mean, he was the only guy that was, at least offensively, but then defensively, every time there was a ball hit into the corner, or even to his left, they're going for 2, and they make it almost every single time because his arm is just that bad. Everybody knows it. Anything hit out there, you're just running. They got one guy on a relay, but for the most part, it's bad. So this is a flawed team. We knew that. I don't think anybody was sitting up here at the All-Star break going, "Oh, we're going to kill the Yankees the rest of the way." No, we were all like, "Okay, we've built a little bit of a lead here. This is nice, but we got to go out and get some more players." And that's what, Eric Neander has to do right now. The only thing that after you watch a series like this that kind of gets you, because by the way, the starters ERA for the weekend, 9.5. Yikes. Now, Englert and Ian Seymour were 2 of those guys, but that's not good because that's been the strength of your team. They scored 10 runs in the 4 games, 6 of them coming on Saturday. And they gave up 35 hits, 28 runs, and 9 home runs. And even though the game was probably out of reach, when Abreu hit that 2-run homer yesterday on a 3-2 pitch that Clevenger put belt high on the inner half, you're just like, what are you like? And with first base open, by the way, what are you doing? Like, what is that? It was just a total freaking debacle. Now they go to Toronto, and they got Nix on the mound, followed by Rass, which hopefully will stop the bleeding. You really need to stop the bleeding today. But, you're still in first place. You still have the best record in the American League. By the way, the Red Sox have won 13 in a row. 13 in a row.
Is it 13 or 14?
I think it's 13.
Okay.
But whatever. They're back in it. They're back in it. And this is what you were afraid of. This is what you were afraid of more than anything else, is bringing Toronto and Boston back into the mix. And now Boston's back because all of these teams were underperforming. We said that last week. Expect them all to make moves or just get better, start playing better baseball. So look, if there was ever a team at the midpoint mark that had a 98% chance of making the playoffs that didn't make the playoffs, this would be the team. This Rays team. I mean, that might be mean to say, but it's just everything has gone their way. Not everything, but so much has gone their way in the first half. They're hitting with runners in scoring position. It's been off the charts. Their pitching has been fantastic. Their starting pitching, despite not having Ryan Pepio. I mean, it's been pretty. Caminero's had an absolute incredible season so far, carrying this team offensively, and so has Yandy. And, it's baseball. So all these things regress to the mean. And this team is extremely vulnerable to a 9-10 game losing streak. Let's hope it doesn't get to that. But, it was a bad weekend of baseball, man. Bad baseball.
And it's not
Pinella.
And it's not so much that you lost, you got swept by the Bo Sox. It's because of how hot they are right now. It's how you lost. Like you said, you almost beat yourself in these games, right? The Red Sox didn't just come and take it. Like, you kind of just gave it to them in a couple of spots. And that's kind of, I think, the more, I don't know, the worst part of this whole week.
Yeah. But listen, there's still a lot of good pieces on this team. But I think at this point, it's absolutely mandatory that you trade for a catcher. You got to trade for a catcher. And you may have to give up Fluellen or Bodine or both. But this is just, these guys are just not getting it done. And defense, we can't throw anybody out. And and we got to get, and if you can get a catcher with a big bat, that would certainly help. But I think we need both at this point. You might need to add 3 players to make this a viable playoff team.
Yeah.
All right, let's get to you commentators, our Petermans, our VI Petermans. Alejandro says, good morning, JP. And the Petermans this weekend sucked. 4-game sweep by the Sox. I wasn't concerned about them before because of the Yankees, but now I'm concerned a bit. You better be. Pooh Shiesty says Tampa Bay teams have one weakness: extended breaks. The Olympic break, the Bucks bye week, yep, and this All-Star break. Plenty of season left, but a weak start to the second half. I forgot about the Bucks.
Yeah.
After their bye week, complete collapse. What are we doing on the bye weeks here in Tampa? What the hell's going on? I don't know what kind of off-week rituals we're doing, but Jiminy Christmas. Awful. Pooh Shiesty says the TBBJ published an article quoting Ken Hagan and saying there need to be shovels in the ground by September for the Rays Stadium. Didn't he say that on our show as well?
Yep.
I thought so. Why is that a story? We've known that. We need to get shovels in the ground in September to get this thing done. 31 months. He also says, after last week's discussion with Alan and Ken's, I'm optimistic about the stadium will get done with or without the involvement of the city. I think the city's going to come along, and based on the information I got from the city county Rays meeting on Friday, I think that's where they're headed. Danny Boy says even the TBBJ is starting to realize this is getting done in Tampa. Yeah, let's watch how the media starts changing their tone.
Like they were on board the whole time.
Right.
We've been in support of this since the beginning.
Yeah. Danny Boy says we're still 1.5 games up on the Yanks, but getting swept in Boston is not a good start. We start the series in Toronto tonight. That is correct. He continues that the season ended today, and it doesn't. The Rays and White Sox would get the byes. Yankees would host Cleveland, and Texas would host the red-hot Boston Red Sox. Winner of the New York Yankees. Cleveland would play the Rays. I'd take that. Take that up, definitely. Buck's Basement says history is repeating itself, JP. What did I say before the All-Star break? And lo and behold, the first series after the All-Star game, we get demolished. This team is tragically predictable. I didn't see a sweep coming, but I definitely thought that it could probably start poorly. Listen, it's here you got a red-hot Boston team. Most of them who didn't have to go to the All-Star game. Don't forget that 5 of our guys didn't get a break. They all went to the All-Star game. How does that affect Yandy and Junior? I mean, Yandy and Junior have been going hard for the whole week, right? So that I think that could affect you as well. And when you don't have a lot of depth in your lineup, that's what happens. Buck Spacer says they better make some moves at the trade deadline, or many people like myself will be checking out of this season. Can't wait to make the playoffs to get bounced in the wild card round. No hitting yet again. Well, here, thank you for the pick me up there. You're right, though. Listen, that's nothing we haven't said. Buck's Basement, you're not Nostradamus here. Everybody knows this is a very fragile team. So don't be patting yourself on the back. We get excited. Being excited doesn't mean we think this team is the end all be all. No, it's not what we've been talking about. It's fragile, very fragile. Douglas Batista, another one of our VIP members, says disaster weekend for the Rays. Starting pitching was awful, excluding Saturday. 4 runs in 3 games, and the back end of bullpen of Sulzer, Lagomina can't be trusted. Sulzer was bad. That play at first base, man, you got to make that play. And you just got Sulzer was not good, and he's not good. Some of these guys are not good. They're just not. Our secondary bullpen is not good. Douglas Batista says, you got to get a starting pitcher at the deadline, and if Manny Rodriguez, Joe Boyle, and Uceda are not coming back, got to get bullpen help. Can't rely on the Durham shuffle. I agree, 100%. Rick says, can't wait for JP to break down the World Cup final like only he can. Not really. Bring on the NFL. I think we did that.
We already did that.
I think we did that. I think we crapped on that quite well, actually. It was a turd. It was a total turd. Don't act like it wasn't. Shouldn't the picture of younger JP be in black and white? Good morning. Yes, that was. When I saw that, it made my day, Timmy. Absolutely made my day. Look at that guy.
I thought you liked that.
What was that, like 1985? Look at that.
85.
Look at that hair on that guy.
Tampa Bay Lightning.
I got a jawline. Sadly, that was probably from about 6 years ago. What has happened?
Yeah, you've aged a lot since I've been on your show.
Yeah, I blame you. Our audio is good, right? Right brain said he can't hear. Go to your left brain.
Yeah. I mean,
Pooh Shiesty says, fun fact, since Mercedes-Benz Stadium opened, Argentina won more playoff games in Atlanta than the Falcons. Oh!
All right. Look, those are going all over. That's true of just about every stadium in the NFL that they played in.
Probably the Cowboys too, right?
It's true of the Cowboys state, like who was it, Spain or whoever played here has more playoff wins than the Cowboys since the stadium opened in 09. They were talking this morning about the Jets. The Jets haven't hosted a playoff game since 1998.
What?
Are you aware of this?
Was that even the new stadium? The new Meadowlands?
No, that was the Meadowlands.
So they've never hosted a playoff game in the new Meadow? Oh my.
In MetLife, no. And that was the year that was their AFC Championship game appearance against the Broncos. And that's the last time they hosted a playoff game. So, yeah, all the soccer games that were going on at MetLife, just to play all of that, what we're talking about, to the Jets, and it could be true.
Nathan says, hello, JP, just get the damn deal done so we can extend Junior. Listen, I'm with you, bro. I'm with you. We'd love to see it get done. Buck Spaceman says, I was elated for Spain winning, made lots of money on that game. Very content. Okay, good for you. I did not bet on the World Cup. I did not bet. Oh, no, I did. I did bet on the World Cup in the beginning. I bet on Turkey to beat Turkey to beat the U.S.
Sounds like you had a stroke.
Make a $400 parlay on that. That was nice.
It sounds like you had a stroke mid-sentence when you were saying that.
Yeah. Turkey. Good afternoon from Lakeland. Hello, Kevin. What's going on in Lakeland? How freaking hot is it in Lakeland today?
I've been to Lakeland. I've been to Lakeland.
That's a nice little town. They got a little lake. They got a lake in Lakeland. A little event center there.
Yep.
It's where the Orlando Magic development team plays, I think. And they got Joker Marchant Stadium where the Tigers train.
The City Civic Center.
Yeah.
Seats 300 people.
Rick says the Rays haven't won a game since the new theme song started. Coincidence?
Well, I don't have the old one anymore, so we're stuck with it.
Thank God.
I have it, just not loaded up.
If a baseball game ends 0-0, is that boring? Yes.
No, look, and I've already addressed this in the chat, right brain Borakua, because no, it's not, because there can be exciting at bats in a 0-0 game. There can be pitching duels in a 0-0 game. That soccer game that I watched the other day, I saw 0 scoring chances.
Yeah, that was I'll sit here and tell you that there are exciting 0-0 soccer games. That wasn't one of them.
It wasn't one of them.
Right brain, and I think you'd have to agree with that. Like Messi, I don't think Messi ever had a moment at all.
Messy moment.
Yeah, and kudos to Spain for locking him up, but from an entertainment standpoint, like, oh, did you see that Spain defense clamp down on Messi?
Well, I mean, I think it just should make us start asking the obvious question: how long have we overrated Messi? How much of a spare is Messi?
Well, you just triggered right brain there.
When he can't show up in the biggest games at the biggest moments, and that's the effort we get.
Semifinal was pretty good.
Have we overrated it? Did the semifinals matter? Did they win a championship? Nope.
Yeah, they got him to the championship.
Did they win it? Nope.
Come on now. Messi is not overrated, especially
Lionel
after
Messi,
this tournament. Get out of here.
You know who Lionel Messi is in NFL terms?
Who?
Vinny Interceptaverti.
Oh, gee. Vinny Testaverde. And Lionel, when you say shit like that, you sound like an idiot. Stop it. I thought you were at least going to go Jim Kelly, but Vinny, we love
Bernie Kosar.
Vinny lives here, and he's amazing. And
I love
great
Vinny
guy.
Interceptaverti. He played for the Cowboys.
Nicest guy in the world, and you talking bad about him. Don't do that.
No. Well, yeah, I guess that is a slash on him if I'm comparing him to Messi.
Yeah, by the way, that dude, for whatever age he is, 60-something, is a monster.
He could probably still sling it, couldn't he?
He could come off the couch and beat the Bucks like he did when he was 47.
How many ex-Bucks quarterbacks right now would be better backups than what they have on the roster? Like now.
Than the backup we had? Well, if you talk about the backups we've had the last 5 years, yeah, Vinny would have been better than Trask or Teddy.
What about Brad Johnson? He'd probably be 100%. Better.
Brad could do trick shots better than
Jameis might even have been better.
Oh, well, come on now. That's not even close. And hell of a lot more entertaining.
By the way, I will tell you this. Some of the most entertaining World Cup broadcasting I saw was thanks to Jameis Winston.
Oh, God, yeah.
Fox
He was
had
the
him
star
on
of
the
the show.
broadcast.
Yeah. Hey, welcome to Mike Holcomb, a new member. Thank you. You guys can go to YouTube, become a Peterman or a VI Peterman. VI Peterman. I like that. So check it all out, and you get all of your comments read and all kinds of special stuff, which we will be doing as training camp starts. We're going to start up with all the extra stuff as training camp starts in what? A little over a week? Jesus Christ, it's here.
Yeah.
It's here.
It's 28th for the Cowboys. Pads go on August 3rd.
Yes. Woohoo! All right, let's take a break. We'll come back with more comments. I want to get into the Open Championship. We got a little video to show you on that, which every one of you golfers should take note of what this guy Ryan Fox does. I've tried it recently. It's helped my game tremendously. Take your brain out of it. Hey, we're brought to you by the great folks at Genesis of Tampa. Just had my valet service last week. Came to work. They came and picked up the car, took it in for service, got it all nice and clean, did all the service, brought it back. I didn't even know about it. My car was parked when I came in. When I came out, I was parked in the same spot, but it was a lot cleaner. It smelled better too. So thank you so much for that, Genesis of Tampa. And listen, if you're looking for a new car or a used car, I bought mine used. I got a 2023 GV70. That's the car everybody's talking about because it's absolutely incredible midsize SUV. Go check it out at Genesis of Tampa, 801 East Bears Avenue, just off of 275. Back in 3. Pitch Roofing believes giving back is part of doing business the right way. That's why they proudly offer exclusive discounts to those who gave the most to our communities, including veterans, first responders, seniors, and teachers. And for listeners of the JP Peterson Show, there's even more good news. Pitch Roofing is now offering a special discount just for fans of the show. With so many roofing companies coming and going in Florida, it's important to choose a contractor you can count on long after the job is done, especially when it comes to honoring your warranty. Pitch Roofing is built for the long haul with a reputation for quality, transparency, and standing behind their work. Whether it's a repair or a full replacement, their team delivers honest guidance, quality workmanship, and no high-pressure sales. Call 727-67-PITCH, 727-677-4824, or visit pitchroofing.com to schedule a free estimate.
Pitch roofing done right.
Big thanks to Italiano Insurance, the great folks over there. They will soon be part of Gallagher Insurance. A little name change, but same great folks, same great customer service you've known for over 65 years. They do all the work. You save all the money. ItalianoInsurance.com at 813-877-7799. Hey, guys, you already know that Riveters is the best sports bar in all of Tampa Bay, but now it gets even better for Rays baseball season. During all Rays games, check this out, $6 Tito's, $6 Jack, $6 margaritas, all during Rays games. Are you kidding me? And that's always a great pour from the great bartenders at Riveters. Great service, great food, everything is fresh, nothing is frozen. And let me tell you, if you want baseball and wings, you will not find any better than Riveters. Their sauces, like the blue cheese and the ranch and everything, is handmade, and the wings are big and they're perfect. Wings, baseball, Rays, Riveters. It all comes together during baseball season. Once again, in addition to all the great food and service, you get $6 Tito's, $6 Jacks, $6 margaritas. It's time to celebrate. Baseball season is back, and celebrate at Riveters. You know where it is, right there on Dale Mabry, just north of 275, just south of the stadium. See you there at Riveters. Hey, the Golden Diamond Source wants to be your family jeweler, so don't wait any longer to find that one-of-a-kind perfect engagement ring for that special someone in your life. At the Golden Diamond Source, they can design anything you want personally. The Golden Diamond Source can help you trade in your old broken jewelry and use it towards a new purchase as well. And with gold prices at record high, now is the best time to do it. They only sell natural diamonds at the Golden Diamond Source, so if it's a real love, it should be a real natural diamond. Don't start your relationship with a fake diamond. Bad idea. And with the Golden Diamond Source first-time buyer program, you can learn all about the 4 C's in all the different shapes and styles. And they are able to show you a huge selection of inventory to choose from. And don't forget, 0% financing for up to 5 years. If you finance $5,000, it's only $83 a month. Make sure it's a Golden Diamond Source diamond, 3800 Almerton Road, always online at goldendiamond.com.
It's a love you give only at Golden Diamond Source.
Hey, JP here for Genesis of Tampa and the Murphy Auto Group. I think the best way to experience a business is to use that business. And I just did at Genesis of Tampa. Just bought a GV70, a 2023, and it feels and drives all new. It's an absolutely fantastic car. The technology, the comfort, and the price, absolutely outstanding. Frankly, I never thought I could get into a car like this, but they made me a deal I could not refuse. And I also get the VIP service where you can just drive right up, their pit stop service. They'll top off all the fluids, make sure your air in your tires is good, new wipers if you want them. If you need extended service, they will come to you, bring you a courtesy car, and then bring your car back. What more do you want? The experience was just VIP all the way. And you can get that at Genesis of Tampa. And don't forget, you can get extended warranty, which I did. So I have worry-free miles up to 100,000, and all they do is just take it in. Actually, I don't have to take it in. They come to me. It's perfect. It's Genesis of Tampa right there, 801 East Bears Avenue, right off of 275. Go see them and tell them JP sent you.
Let's go.
Right now, back to the show on FanStream Sports.
All right, welcome back to the JP Peterson Show, brought to you by the great folks at Riveters. The World Cup is over, but the Rays season continues. Don't forget, it's always Rays happy hour during all Rays games. So if you're thinking, hey, I want to go out and watch the Rays with some buddies, it's Riveters. And, by the way, so much of their food has gone viral. The Reuben, which I had the other day when I was over there, is just that went viral. It's the best one you'll ever have. They slow cook the corned beef for 8 hours. You know, I was sitting with Andres, the owner-operator over there, and we're sitting there having lunch. He just talks about his food and how they prepare the food. The dude is maniacal about his food. I mean, maniacal. It's like you have to – everything has to be done a certain way. They hand peel the potatoes for the potato salad. Like, okay, potato salad, throwaway item. That side item, potato salad, that they make it with ranch dressing, it's phenomenal. Nothing is a throwaway. The fries are perfect. I mean, everything is so good at Riveters. I get excited talking about it because they get excited talking about it. And that means they do it with care. So it's not, if you want to go somewhere and eat good food and watch a Rays game, not just some slop, Cisco reef, heated up in the microwave stuff, go to Riveters. It's all handmade and it's phenomenal. Wings, baseball, Rays, Riveters. That's where you go. Just north of 275 Mondale Mabry, just south of the stadium. How about that? That's a live read right there.
Very nice. Made me hungry.
That was emotional. It was emotional. That was buy-in from the host. Is what they call that.
You put a lot of emotion into that.
But it's true. You go over there and you sit down and have lunch, and he comes and sits with you, and you want to share those stories with the people, because I'm telling you, 95% of these restaurants you walk into, the owner-operators don't give a rat's ass about the quality of the food. They're just pushing.
Yeah, they don't care.
It's all numbers, and it's just, it's corporate and it's blah. That's not what they do at Rivers. So that's cool. I think that's cool.
Very cool.
And I hope you guys do too. So go over there, tell them JP sent you. And you're supporting a locally based company also, which we very much like. All right. So let's talk a little Open Championship. First of all, from a local flavor, Jackson Suber, who grew up playing at Palmacia. We were talking about this yesterday at Palmacia after our round. He played from the time he was about 11, 12 years old. Jackson played at Palmacia almost every single day. Like, he was there every day, either practicing or playing. Just watching him grow up in that way. And I was kind of late to the party because I've only been a member there a few years. But the guys that have been there for a long time, the kid was just always there. And for something like that, but went to Plant High School, then to Ole Miss, for something like that, for a kid like that to grow up here and lead the Open Championship as he did on Thursday, that's a huge story.
It's a big deal.
Huge freaking story. Not one word in the Times, by the way.
That is unbelievable to me.
Yeah, it's bizarre.
People crave local feel-good stories, especially from your newspaper.
Yeah. And we hope to have Jackson on this week, by the way, once he gets over all the jet lag and everything. But and I think it kind of got to him a little bit on the weekend. What did you 65, 69, and then 72 or 75, 72. Play with Bryson. So there was a lot of, obviously, hullabaloo going on. It was a great performance by him. First time he's ever played links golf. First time, never been to Europe.
Yeah, and it's different. It is vastly different.
And you're leading the Open. He said he prepped by going to YouTube and watching every hole on YouTube. Didn't have a local caddy. Just they did a hell of a job getting around that place. And kudos to him. And he's been on the cusp of winning for about 2 months now. And he's got a couple of tournaments coming up. Detroit, where he finished third last year. So I think he's going to get a win here soon. But golf clap to Jackson Suber for a hell of a showing. And I know a lot of our members went over there and were cheering him on. I could hear him in the background on Friday and Saturday. Yeah, it's really cool.
And that probably helped his nerves and calm him a little bit, I bet. Yeah, having some familiar voices there.
Yeah. And it's all a process, right? I mean, the kid, they did a little graphic on him over like the last 2 months on the Golf Channel. And it was like he's fifth in greens and regulations, first in hitting par fives and 2. A lot of his numbers are just off the charts right now. And that's just, he's 26 years old. He's just learning. He's just learning how, and this is part of the, playing in major championships. Now, this is his third, I believe. You got to learn how to win, and you got to have the battle scars. And this is a situation over there that's going to just benefit him tremendously as he goes through. So yeah. Shout out to Jackson for a great Open. And he's just had one hell of a couple of months, and he still doesn't have his card secured for next year, because you got to be top 70 gets you in the playoffs.
Right.
So I think he's at 81 now. He started at 81, may have moved up this week marginally.
Well, he's got plenty of time, because even though now we're and I hate this new schedule, even though we're done with majors for the season, we got 3 more months to go. So he's got plenty of time to move up in the rankings.
Yeah. So let's we'll keep watching and hopefully have him on this week. I don't think he's staying over there. I don't think there's any other tournaments he's playing.
No, they're all coming back. Yeah.
All right. Now to let's do Ryan Fox next, and then we'll get to all the shenanigans.
What does the Fox say, JP?
Fox says it's my turn, and I'm playing now.
Yep.
So I've recently started to go on to because I used to have a pre-shot routine that was probably I don't know if it was long, but it was more than I'm doing now. Now I'm just trying to step up and just take two things in my mind and hit the ball. And I'm playing a lot better.
So for every shot you had, whether it was a putt, a lob wedge, a 3-iron, a drive, you went through the same process, and it was pretty lengthy, I'm guessing.
I don't know if I'd say it was lengthy, but it was, all right, so you go up on a shot, you line up the shot, and then I would try to, take a couple of practice swings to get some rhythm, like 2 or 3 practice swings to get some rhythm.
Right.
And then I'd stand over the ball and hit it. And now I'm like, line up behind it, got my club, and instead of taking practice swings, I'm getting over the ball and hitting it. And so it's probably it's a little less, but more than anything, it's just taking your brain out of it,
right?
And trying to think less, especially with these guys, as much as they practice, and I heard him in his post say, look, we all know what our yardages are.
Yeah.
Okay. It shouldn't take that long to pick a club and hit a shot. And there's some guys out there that are just absolutely brutal.
Yeah.
And to Jack, and I'm not making excuses for Jackson, but on Saturday, he played with Herbert, who was hitting it all over the yard. And it was like ruling after look for the ball, after ruling, after move the ball. It was brutal.
It's hard to get in a rhythm with
and Jackson's a fast player. Jackson's a fast player as well. I don't think if of course it affects you. It affects you dramatically when you play with people like that. That's why guys will tell you all the time that pairings are crucial in winning major championships. If you get with a guy that you can't, that is slow, it just grates you. And Foxy talked a lot about this afterwards. I would say go watch his post presser. I watched the whole thing last night on Golf Channel. It was really interesting and very entertaining too. The guy's just his dad was the captain of the All Blacks, famous Kiwi rugby team. His grandfather was also was a cricket champion, captain of the New Zealand. I mean, he's got some royalty in his veins in terms of New Zealand athletics. And this, I think this trumps both. I think it trumps dad, and although rugby's big there, rugby's pretty damn big. But winning a major championship, is a pretty big deal. So here's now what I want you to watch here is this is real time, folks. This is real time. From the time Sam Burns cleans up his to the time he launches his, and he knew it was for the Open Championship.
Yeah.
22 seconds. Roll it. This is how you play golf.
With that one to just burn the edge. So just short.
Hard luck for
again
Burnsy, man.
Yeah.
with Sam Burns.
How close is he going to be?
So that clears the stage for Ryan Fox.
He's in.
Birdie to win.
And this is an 11-footer. This isn't a gimme. Then he's just running up to it and hitting it.
22 seconds. Are you kidding me?
Done it! Ryan Fox has done it! I can't drive fast in New Zealand because we get too many speeding tickets, but my brain works fast. That's just how everything is, and that's, it's just always how I've seen it on the golf course. And if you tried to slow me down and make me do everything slowly, I think I'd be pretty useless, to be honest.
How about that? So, I mean, it's been a lot of chatter about the speed of the game, especially playing over there. And he's just a breath of fresh air, man. How do you not root for this cat? He's built like a rugby player. He ain't no flat belly, and he just went out and got it done. And I didn't know who the hell he was. I never heard of him. But he's won twice on tour, 3 times on tour.
Been following him a couple of years. Yeah, he's good.
Yeah, and and just 18 at 4 birdies all day. He says, listen, he goes, we got to the tee at 18, and he kind of had an interesting back nine. He had 4 birdies on the back, but he had some really bad luck go his way as well. He hit a freaking iron. Was it on 17? On 17,
yeah,
he hits an iron off the tee and it goes 326 yards and just falls into the bunker on about the last revolution and gives a terrible lie. Can't get there in 2. So he was very resilient on the back 9. So he had some bad luck, but he stepped up on 18. Now, maybe because he freaking hit his iron 326 yards into a bunker, he just said, fuck it, I'm hitting driver here on 18. And if you hit driver, you got to hit it between about an 18-yard narrow between the 2 bunkers. You get into bunkers, you can't make birdie, and you're probably not going to make par. Those 2 bunkers are too penal. So he said, fuck it, I'm ripping it. And he just smoked it. And it skirted the bunker by about 2 or 3 yards, gets it in the, I think he had 160 in, and he hits a 9-iron to 11 feet, 7 inches, and then drains the putt. But it's just like, yeah, he said, I said, we stepped on the 18th and we said, let's take it on. Let's go. We're not backing off. We're going to go make a birdie here and win this damn thing. And damned if even fortune favors the bold. And it did yesterday.
And, I've heard a lot of, I don't know if complaining is the right word, but discussion, narratives about who are these guys winning on the tour, like the major winners this year. Like nobody knows any of these guys. Golf is failing. Live wins, blah, 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 because it took the best players. And from the guy that watches just the majors, I understand that narrative. I get it. But for the person who even just has a slight interest in golf every weekend, maybe even if you're not watching, but you're keeping up with it, looking at leaderboards, who all of these guys are now. Wyndham Clark's now won 2 U.S. Opens. He's not a nobody anymore. Ryan Fox, like you said, dude, this is not his first tour win. And they've all come in the last couple of years. I mean, he is an up-and-comer. These are the guys that you want to know about. Scotty's won 1 time this year, and it was the first tournament of the season. And he hasn't played bad. He's been, up there on the leaderboard every week for the most part until he missed the cut at the Scottish Open. But, he's not going to be at the top of the leaderboard forever. He's not going to be the world number 1 forever. He's starting to slip already. And these other guys are going to come and take it, man. Sam Burns is a huge name that not everybody knows.
Boys, he had some hard luck in the majors, man. He could have 3 by now, easily.
Yeah. And his will
easily.
Come. His will come. But LSU kid, great. But, man, just these guys. And you know what? I fear for the sport of golf because of and I don't want to get into the long discussion about this. We can do this another day. I'm sure you want to talk about it too. The way the tours is headed with the 2 different tours now splitting up. You're going to have this every week where you've got the signature event and then the secondary event. We're not even talking about the Corrales Punta Cana this week because nobody cares because you had the big boys playing in the major. Every golf week is going to be like that starting in 2028 because you're going to have literally a signature event every week and the secondary event every week. And I hate that for golf, man. I'm not a fan of this at all. I hate it. You know what? I've already started watching more LPGA. Those chicks are good. And some of them are easy on the eyes. Yeah. So much like my interest in women's tennis is more than it is in men's tennis, I might be leaning that direction for the LPGA.
And there's nothing wrong with that, by the way. There's nothing wrong with that.
No. Yeah. I'm not goofing. I'm being 100% serious, man.
The ladies are fantastic to watch. I mean, they're
really good.
The games they're unbelievably good. And they're easy on the eyes. Better than looking at that sourpuss Bryson DeChambeau.
I'd rather look at Nelly Korda than Bryson DeChambeau.
Whereas Ashley calls him Bryson DeChambeaux. And I'm like,
I was just pissed up. I missed out on my plus 135 for him to miss the cut.
Yeah, I know. Well, he almost DQ'd himself. Would you have won if he DQ'd himself?
If he withdrew? Yeah, I don't know, man. That was Here's for those that don't know, he was assessed a 2-shot penalty in the deep stuff because he went and stepped behind his ball, and the RNA, who is the governing body of the Open Championship, Royal and Ancient, he flattened the grass, and they said you improved your your swing. Which, of course, if you're swinging and there's tall grass in your swing, it's going to prohibit
and
you.
you
a little
just
bit.
spent 5 minutes stomping it down.
Yeah. So, and which he did. He did do
He
that.
did it.
100% he did it. And he knew what he was doing. But here's the thing, though, for the casual golf fan. Well, Wyndham Clark got away with that in the U.S. Open. Yes, he absolutely did get away. Now, the grass wasn't as tall. But on 18, dude, he went and stepped behind his ball in the rough and the tall stuff, and he flattened the grass. Here's the difference. The U.S. Open is governed by who? The USGA. It's an entirely different governing body, an entirely different set of rules. Not that it's not against the rules. They didn't say anything about it. The RNA cares about it more in that when you're in 3-foot high grass.
Yeah.
And for him to get so butthurt about it that he contemplated seriously withdrawing from the tournament.
Which was such a pussy ass thing.
That tells you where Bryson DeChambeau is right now. Nick Faldo is right. Brandel Chambly is absolutely right. Both of those guys are right with what they say about Bryson DeChambeau. All he cares about is YouTube views right now.
Yeah.
He doesn't care about his
a
golf
lot of
game.
money.
Yeah, that's all he cares about right now.
You know, I hate that this whole thing devolved into actually a political division.
Yeah.
I don't even know how Trump got involved in this, but Trump got involved in this. And I made some comments that I regret, actually. I may have been inebriated at that time. I texted it because I was watching it and I was like, what is he doing? Like, what is he doing? You get like, what are you doing, bro? Do you know how, like, most guys, especially those who have played a lot of golf in links golf, where you got the heather and all that stuff that grows so high. When you go in to get your ball, you have to be very careful not to disturb the stuff around it. You have to be careful, and guys do that. You can see them walking around as to not improve their lie because intention does not matter in the rule.
Yep.
It just matters if you did it.
Yep.
And if you step on something and your ball moves, you're effed. If you step on something and you improve your takeaway, which I think he did dramatically,
yep.
You could see the grass. It's like this. The other grass is like this. The one right behind his ball is like this. What are we talking about here? I mean, we could sit here and argue whether it was intentional or not.
Doesn't matter, though.
I tend to think it kind of was.
The RNA said that they thought it was inadvertent, that they didn't think he did it on purpose. But the rule doesn't matter. It still counts.
But his protesting of it, the way he did, and I don't know if I've ever seen like them take the guy out to the spot. Have you ever seen that?
I don't think I've seen that before.
I mean, they'll show him the video in the trailer. I never seen that. Like, all right, we're going back to the scene of the crime.
And this might have been
and
Bryson
I'm going
saying,
to admonish you.
This might have been Bryson saying, you need to go show me what I did because there's no way I did what you said I did.
Could have been.
I don't know.
Yeah. Could have been. But either way, the way it played out was rather dramatic, I must say. And the Golf Channel certainly leaned into it with a driver, the full bag.
As they will do.
To the detriment of all the other players, by the way. I saw a lot of people talking about, hey, there's 150 other golfers out there that might want to, some guys that played really well that might want to get a little attention today. And, Jackson was one of them.
Yep.
But, that was never going to happen. That was never going to happen. And I thought Bryson handled it very poorly. And I made a comment like, I think, it's a stain on American golf. He looked like a little bratty American, in my opinion. And then of course it's, he plays golf with Trump. And what do you expect? Trump's a cheese at golf, which he does. And then I'm like, how did Trump get involved in this? Like, how did that happen? But of course it happens.
So what I've dug up, JP, in my investigative journalism, my exhaustive investigative journalism, is that there were British reports that Trump got involved and that Bryson called Trump to get involved, but none of that has been substantiated.
What?
Yeah, I haven't found any evidence that Trump actually got involved in it. It is just reports from the British press saying that Bryson made the call, but nobody has substantiated that at all.
Wow. I did not hear that.
British headline.
Yeah. Oh, it's a headline. Yeah. Of course they want that to happen. They want that to happen. The world, which by the way, I don't know if we talked about this, but remember when I came on after the U.S. loss And I said that what Trump did definitely affected the players. Boligan confirmed that. He confirmed that. And it absolutely was, I said it then, I'll say it again. Had he done some back channel stuff to make sure that FIFA was going to look at this again, to me, that was fine. If not, maybe proper to do that. But to be as public as he was about it, because he can't help himself. He's just the ultimate narcissist. And, I'm not an anti-Trumper. I'm not a he does a lot of stupid shit. I like his policies. I'm a conservative. He's done a lot of good shit, but he says a lot of stupid stuff and does a lot of stupid stuff.
I feel like he's me if I was president.
Yeah, probably something to that. And I don't want to get into all that, but the bottom line is that affected the team. There's no question it affected the team. Obviously that wasn't his intention, but it did. And, and then for the British press to start this bullshit, that's wrong too. That's horribly wrong. And it's like every time you got to make it, about him. It's not about him. It's about Bryson. And then Rory gets involved. And listen, Rory is a complicated figure. I get that. But I don't know, for me, him standing up for the PGA Tour when all these other fucknuts ran to the live money, I'm always going to give Rory a pass for everything else. He gets a lifetime pass for me because he was offered gobs and gobs of money and he didn't take it. And
there were reports that he was offered $1 billion.
Yes. And I believe that to be true.
I do too. Because
on a world stage, he's more popular than some of the guys they got.
Yeah.
Absolutely he is. And he didn't take the money. And he kept a bunch of the stars here because all of them wanted to go for the money. And he held the PGA Tour together. Imagine if all the stars left. Then we would radically have the PGA is going to survive because Rory, took the mantle.
Yeah.
While Bryson took the effing money and Brooks took the effing money. All of them did. And
which is odd because have you heard Rory's latest quotes?
No.
About the PGA Tour? It's boring. The PGA Tour bores me, is what he's saying.
Wow.
That is a direct quote. And I get it, man.
Does he want to play in shorts with three round?
No.
With the music blaring?
I think he's just tired.
Shotgun start?
He's just tired of all the politics.
Yeah, the politics is just awful. But I give Rory, and all he did was be candid about what he felt about Bryson. Don't we want our stars to be candid? Don't we want them to be candid? What do you really feel? And I think there was a lot of players that watched what Bryson did and went, come on, dog.
Yeah.
What are you doing? But they're all pussies and they won't say anything. And there's there's a lot of highly paid golf analysts, by the way, that have no nuts whatsoever. And you just listen. I'm listening for 3 hours of them talk about it. And, listen, you may hate Brandel Chambly a lot, but at least he has an effing opinion.
I love Brandel.
At least he has an opinion. And he's going to tell you what he thinks based on what his experience. And he's not going to sugarcoat it like a lot of those guys were dancing around it. Him and Hom, like, come on. You're a highly paid golf analyst. You know damn well just what happened, and you're too scared to actually say something. So, and Faldo, he's beholden to no one, but everybody else is like, oh, I don't want to be too harsh on. Yeah, I don't want to be too harsh on Brent. All the DeChambeau fans will come after me on, YouTube. You're paid to give your analysis, and you're paid a lot of money to be honest with the fans. Don't get on the freaking film. I don't know. He might have done it. You guess you could look at it. Come on now. That really pissed me off because they all when the mic goes, when they go to break, they're like, oh man, that really was bad. What are you doing?
Just say it.
Because you're going to get some heat from the DeChambeau YouTube fans. You're going to get some heat from, American golf fans that may be aligned with another political party. I mean, I don't care about that. Your job is to tell me what you just saw and what your thoughts are. You've been Ryder Cup captain. You've been all this for 40, 50 years. You've been playing tournament golf or been around it. You know damn well what just happened. You can't sit up there on the Golf Channel and tell us the truth. Get out of here with that.
By the way, if Rory keeps up his outspokenness, I wouldn't be surprised to see him show up at the next tournament with a headband with the commissioner's name written on it. For those of you that get that,
that's a good reference there.
You go deep.
That's a good one. That's a good reference right there. All right, what are your guys' thoughts on the whole thing and how it went down? I'd love to hear it. You know how to hit us up in the comments. Go to YouTube, become a Peterman or a VI Peterman. We'll read your comments right away. And you can also do it on X and on Facebook as well. All right, we'll take a break. When we come back, I want to get into a little SEC college football talk. We'll read your comments and get to all your thoughts as well. We're brought to you by the great folks at Italiano Insurance, soon to be AJ Gallagher Insurance, part of that big insurance conglomerate. Now, here's the deal. You get the same great customer service as Italiano Insurance. 60 years they've been doing this, where a human answers the phone and they get to your project right away. They do all the work. You save all the money. That's how they do it at Italiano. But with AJ Gallagher, now you have more options to save even more money, and that's how that's going to work. So you get the same great customer service, but the options of the bigger company. Italiano Insurance and AJ Gallagher Insurance. 813-877-7799. They also have a Boca Grande office as well. Back in 3. Well, the folks at Third Generation Plumbing and AC want to say thanks for making them so dadgum busy. Of course, advertising on your favorite Tampa Bay sports talk show helps, but it's their incredible customer service, honesty, and integrity that have earned them tons of 5-star reviews. And now you could be part of the team at Third Generation. Yes, they are so slammed, they need to hire more certified AC technicians and plumbers. It's a great family business to work for. My buddy John Rodriguez runs an old school family business since 1995. They pay well, give you all the holidays off, and they offer great benefits. No cold corporate atmosphere here. You're part of the family. If this sounds cool to you, call them and apply at 813-961-8024, or you can email your resume in at thirdgenerationplumbing.com. Just go to the website, you'll see the button, email them, or call them at 813-961-8024. And don't forget about the $169 yearly maintenance special. It's a no-brainer, guys. thirdgenerationplumbing.com, and they also do AC.
Ciao, Paolo Tini here, owner of Caffè Paradiso, voted number 3 People's Choice Award on Open Table. I want to thank all our loyal family of customers that have been enjoying our great traditional Italian dishes we make from scratch every day. It's a great family story we're proud of. Our family moved from Rimini, Italy in 1984. My dad, Caesar, started Donatello, and that's where I got the start in the restaurant business. I started Caffè Paradiso on South McDill in 1995, and we've been there ever since. From our traditional ossobuco, a veal slow roast for 4 hours, to our daily fresh catch, the Gruppo Paradiso, with a piccata sauce and lobster claw meat, homemade pasta like lasagna, farfalle salchicha, which is a bow tie pasta homemade with fresh sausage. Hold on a minute, JP's favorite.
I love it.
So come and have a glass of wine with me on South McDill. Get a reservation on Open Table and see all our 5-star reviews. Ciao, see you soon at Paradiso.
Sports fans, it's time to gear up. Head to fanstreamsports.com and check out our brand new merchandise store. We're talking bold t-shirts, 3/4 zips, hoodies, hats, mugs, and more. Everything you need to rep your favorite shows and your favorite crew. Whether you're rolling with the JP Peterson Show in Tampa Bay, From the Rough in Dallas, the Tim May Show featuring Clay Hall, or the Jeff Thidoff Show in Ohio, or any of our FanStream Sports original programming, we've got the perfect look for game day and every day. So don't wait. fanstreamsports.com. Click merch and grab your gear now. Wear the stream, live the stream, fanstreamsports.com.
Welcome to Kingmakers, home of the JP Peterson Show studio and Tampa's premier business networking and social club for members only. By day, it's an exclusive, vibrant co-working space with a stylish conference room, focus rooms, a full production studio, and an in-house marketing team. And by night, Kingmakers transforms into a sports-centric social hub with a full sports bar, golf simulator, and exclusive events. For young entrepreneurs and seasoned professionals, it's the perfect place to work hard, play hard, and make big moves in Midtown Tampa. Close the deal, celebrate the win. Only at Kingmakers. Become a member today at kingmakerstampa.com. Your business, your club. Hey, JP here for my concierge medical professional, Chris Lugo, PA. You've heard him on the show for a couple of years where he shares invaluable medical, nutritional, and supplement advice. With Chris, it's like having a medical provider as your best friend. What I love about this concierge service is the convenience and support he offers. I can text or call him 24/7 with any questions or concerns, and he'll promptly call in a prescription if needed. No office visits or copays required. It gives me peace of mind knowing I have someone genuinely invested in my health, not just focused on insurance profits. And the best part, the Bay Area Modern Medical Center's personal concierge service is more affordable than you might think. Don't let insurance companies dictate your health care. Take control of your health and wellness today. Visit BAMMC.com for more information and to schedule your initial free consultation. Empower yourself and take charge of your personal health with BAMMC.com.
Let's go.
Right now, back to the show on FanStream Sports.
All right, welcome back to the JP Peterson Show. Brought to you by the great folks at Third Generation Plumbing. They also do AC. American Standard Heating and Cooling. They are your dynamic duo for your HVAC needs. If your refrigeration AC is on the fritz, you need some more refrigeration, they'll do that as well in their maintenance special. They'll clean out your drain pipe, all that stuff. Get you Freon. They still use Freon? Whatever that stuff is that makes it cold.
I believe so, yeah.
So they'll do all that stuff. Just $169 for the maintenance special. They'll come out twice and do that. That is a bargain. And if you need a new unit, they've got interest-free financing, all that cool stuff at thirdgenerationplumbing.com. Just go to the website. You can email them or call them from the website. Tell them JP sent you, and they'll hook you up with American Standard Heating and Cooling, the best and most durable units out there. They are the best. All righty, my friend. By the way, I did see The Odyssey over the weekend.
I'm sorry.
So I'm starting to, after watching Disclosure by Spielberg and now The Odyssey by Christopher Nolan, I have a new conspiracy theory that both of them were abducted and replaced by reptilians because both of those movies were woefully awful.
With an agenda.
Those guys don't make bad movies, ever. Like Christopher Nolan, Oppenheimer, which he won his first Oscar for.
That was one of my favorite movies of all time.
Interstellar, The Dark Knight, Inception, Dunkirk. I love Dunkirk.
Dunkirk was amazing.
One of the greatest movies. And The Odyssey, while it was grand and it was shot amazing, and I loved all that, it was, some of the, the iconic characters, the Cyclops, this, all the different things they were cool. They were really cool, and it was grand and everything. But it just had a cheesiness about it. And the acting especially just felt really weird and bad. And I saw the reviews, and it's critically acclaimed. I am definitely in the minority here. I'm
seeing nothing but bad stuff about this. I'm not
really?
I'm hearing stuff about, and I'm not going to go see it. I'm not going to waste my time. I'm hearing nothing but bad things. Like the dialogue was clunky, didn't make sense.
Yes.
It's like everything about the movie made it unbelievable. Like with these period pieces and historical things like this, you kind of want to buy in, right? Like you're there. Right. They said there was nothing about this movie that made you buy in that you were there. Like it was just all bad.
The part with Scylla and Charybdis, the choice that was made, and all that was like, and that was all all the allegories were well done. Like you understood, and that was all really good. But there was just something weird about the dialogue, and the acting just seemed very amateur. Like even the opening scene, they have this where all the suitors are in the palace, as they're waiting for Odysseus to come back, and its open scene is with this, this guy who's telling a tale and you expect it to be some old guy that that you have real good buy-in. It was Travis Scott. And you're like, and he's not a good actor.
Yeah.
And it's just like, what are we doing? And that's how the movie starts. And I'm like, So I don't know. Maybe I was just not in that. I just didn't buy in. I didn't buy in.
I haven't heard anything good about it at all.
So the people who were going to see it, or anybody else see it out there, what did you think? I'd be interested. But I just, I was hoping for this grand. Same thing with Disclosure. Like I'm like, Spielberg made this movie. It's so cliche and bad. And then this one was kind of in the same genre for me. I don't know. But
I just don't get excited about movies anymore because I feel like I'm going to be disappointed.
Yeah, they're bad. They're really bad.
I still haven't gone to see and I know you saw it and you said it was really good and I want to see it. The Brendan Fraser Eisenhower movie about the wedding.
Yeah, D-Day. Yeah. What's the actual name of it? Brain fart. Yeah, that was really good.
Yeah, I want to.
That was excellent. That was worth it. But yeah, no bueno. All right, let's get back to the comments. Alejandro says we need to get AJ Minter to replace Clevenger because Minter has a 1.80 ERA, so go get him. Brooks Raley, I want because he has a 2.02 ERA and need a third lefty in the bullpen. Luke Weaver needs to be here. DFA Solzer. Man, you're going to town, Alejandro.
I'm thinking about it, yeah.
Old Danny Sledge says, speaking of the deadline, the Mets have made almost everyone available. Luke Weaver would be great, and Freddie Peralta would be interesting. Yeah. Pooh Shiesty said, so a 9.5 ERA is bad?
Great.
It is. Right Brain says Baltimore's won 7 in a row, but they play Boston, who's won 13 in a row. Oh, okay. Something's got to give. Right Brain says you can't walk 3 guys in one inning and expect to put up a 0 every time. Yeah. Shane is still not, his control is still not where it needs to be. But, I think it'll get better. You just got to help him out, man. When he has those innings, you got to help him out. You can't, be throwing the ball into the back of play. You can't do it. You got to be clean defensively, especially. Danny Boy said the Rangers switched TV streams from Victory Plus to BZZR. What is that? Buzzer?
It's a new platform. Yeah, actually, FanStream Sports will be part of Buzzer here coming up.
Nathan Kamatse says, Kevin Cash wants to mess with the pitching rotation, especially you skip Shane 2 starts and look no control of pitchers. Yeah, you got to, again, these are things that are hard to criticize because we just don't have the medical information. If Shane comes to you and says, man, I'm feeling a little, my shoulder's feeling a little tired, you got to give him time off. You got to. So I don't know. What else we got here? Oh, I'm going to talk too much, guys, about where the Rangers are playing on TV. Not interested to. Pooh Shiesty says, you have to pronounce it like a drunk Canadian at Thanksgiving. Turkey, eh?
Turkey, eh?
I think that's what it is. Turkey, eh? Turkey, eh? Yeah. Kurt Thorson says, didn't you just have a baby, Kurt? Well, you didn't have the baby, but... says, I'm happy that the stadium and district is not up for public vote. Majority of people have less than $500 in savings, little or no retirement. Some want them to opine on the potential $70 billion venture. Yeah, you nailed it, Kurt. And then you got politicians out there saying, we can't put food on the table, but we're going to get billionaires $1 billion. It's low-hanging fruit. It appeals to just the lowest common denominator. I hate to say that, but it just does. It's a great, the populist message like that. I get it. But I also get this. If I'm poor and I give a billionaire my last $500 and he turns it into $2,000, that was probably a pretty good move.
It's a really good analogy. Yeah.
Yeah. That's probably a good move. It just, you got to look at the deal for what it is, not what's in a mailer that you got from Raleigh-Durham or Orlando. Who paid for it? We don't know. We're finding out, though. I would not be. Somebody's paying for it, and they're paying a lot of money, and I want to know who. How do we find out? Somebody's way smarter than me out there. If I wanted to find out who's doing these mailers that are being mailed out, they have to have some stamp on them, right? That says paid for or something.
They can stamp them at the post office though. Usually, if those are bulk things, they usually wherever they print them, they put that on there. So I don't know if you can track that.
Yeah. Alejandro says Bo Bichette, I would like to grab because he has a good three-year contract. If he opts out, we don't have to pay him much. He knows the AL East well and has 10 homers, more than Walls, Richie, and Bent. Listen, if I could get Bichette, Jesus, hell yeah.
Well, you and everybody else wants Bo Bichette right now.
Right. What else we got here? John Thiel says, you want the Rays to end the skid. Please escort Andy Fried back to the radio booth. He's 0 for 26 season in the TV booth. The hex is real. Look, I got to say this, and I love Andy Fried. I love Andy Fried. He is a great guy. But, man, somebody told him, don't do play-by-play on TV like you do on radio. And now he says nothing. Like, you watch the ball, like a ball get hit, and it's a clear home run. He'll just stay silent and go, Rays down 2-0.
Huh.
Yeah, it's weird. It's weird. And Andy's a great guy.
Like I like a little bit of life in my guy, right?
Like you got it. You got to give me some. But he calls it on the radio. He's fantastic.
Huh.
He's like, oh, it's a deep shot to right field. He's fantastic.
You can still be descriptive on TV.
I know.
Okay.
I know, but somebody's told him not to do it, or he just thinks he shouldn't. And it's just terrible.
Oh, no.
I hate saying it. I mean, because I love Andy, but just do it like a simulcast, man. You're fantastic on the radio. Yeah. It just, I know we're seeing it and we're watching, but guess what? Sometimes I'm not.
Yeah.
I was, cleaning up the apartment, doing dishes the other day. And it's like, and I look up, oh shit, 3 runs scored. They didn't even get excited.
I never even knew.
I didn't even know because he's just like Rays down 2-0. And they're circling the bay, and you're watching it. If you're watching it, but if you're a lot of times, especially baseball, right? I mean, especially baseball, you're not always glued to the screen. You're doing work, right? You're doing other stuff.
Yes.
So you've got to build up the emotion, just like you do on radio. It's not exactly the same, but whatever somebody told you, please forget that because it's not. Your knowledge is incredible. You have all the. I don't know what happened there, but it's not good. It's not good. And, it's not that he can't do TV. It's just somebody's told him not to do it like he does on radio, or he thinks or thought that or whatever. It's just, no. I know there's you don't need to be as descriptive as you are on radio, clearly, but you can't just do nothing, basically. You got to add some emotion to the game. And I'm not getting that. I feel terrible saying that, but I do this. I'm honest. I'm just honest. And it's nothing personal because I know you're fantastic at doing it. So hopefully I'm helping. I don't know. But I'm just being honest. Pooh Shiesty says Messi's a lot closer to Tony Romo than Vinny T. Tony Romo and Messi. Come on, guys. What are we doing?
Tony Romo's probably better at what he does.
What do we do?
Messi ever was.
He's one of the top 3. You want to put Pele or maybe somebody else above him? I get it.
Let me ask you this, JP.
Come on now.
And you're
Tony Romo and Vinny T?
Because you're a little bit more of a into soccer than me. Not that you're into soccer, but I think you're a little more into it than I am.
Fair.
So if you have the best player in his sport, will he have more of an effect on a football team, or will he have more of an effect on a soccer team? Like in what sport does the best player in his sport help his team more? Is it football or is it soccer, do you think?
That's a good question, and I'm probably not smart enough to answer that because of
That's why I was asking.
Because the intricacies of the game that I don't get as much as others. But that said, I would say football because you can take a guy out like they took Messi out of this game.
Right.
It's almost just the style of the game could take him out. Spain plays a very defensive, counterattacking style, and they're just going to swallow up Messi and take him out of the game. Now, we've seen that in football too, with a wide receiver or a running back sometimes. But when you do it in football, you're leaving yourself vulnerable to other players,
right.
and maybe just Argentina doesn't have guys who can step up and do it, other than Messi. But I think it's probably easier in soccer to take out the best player to make him ineffective. And Spain did that tremendously well. And I'm guessing that's hard to do. I'm guessing that's hard because nobody else could do it. Messi was all over the place, but Spain did it.
It's an interesting argument, though. Like I'd like to hear from somebody that's big time into both sports.
Yeah,
or.
Well, I'm sure Right Brain will tell you.
Oh, he will.
Steve Mike says Andy Fried is a horrible announcer. No, he's not. I don't even like to watch the game when he's announcing. He's not a horrible announcer. He's just learning his way. And by the way, all right, if I were the producer, I would keep Andy in the radio booth because he's fantastic in the radio booth.
Why was he moved?
Because Dwayne doesn't want to do or is not doing road games.
Road games. Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
But, Rich Hollenberg's a TV guy and a really good one. And he does play-by-play in basketball and is really good. And if we're going to choose somebody, why diminish the radio broadcast and the TV broadcast by taking Andy off of it?
Yeah, that's a bad decision.
Just move Rich to do the play-by-play. And use Doug and you've got talent there that are used to, or bring in JP. That'll be fine.
I mean, we have the same situation with the Texas Rangers. Eric Nadel, the longtime voice of the Rangers since the late 70s, he's getting up there in age now. Obviously, he doesn't like to go on road trips. He's semi-retired, right? So he'll call home games. And he's a radio guy. Our TV guys just remain the same, right? But it would be weird moving one of the TV guys into radio, on the road. And then because now you're disrupting both broadcasts, right? So, so we have a road guys that call the game. And then when they're in town, Eric calls the game. If you want a sports analogy, JP, I'll give you one. Think about if a football team has a sketchy left tackle, right? You got a guy that's at left tackle, your quarterback's blind side that maybe he's not flipping the bill, right? So you need to change it. Well, your left guard's really good, so you move him to left tackle because you think he's going to be better on the outside than whoever you plugged in there. Well, now you got a hole in the middle of your offensive line. So that's what they're doing with their broadcasts. You put a hole somewhere else to move some. I don't know. It's weird. I don't like that.
Yeah. I think could be
probably over sportsed that, didn't I?
No, I think you nailed it though. Red Brain says, so there are several NFL players wanting real grass in their stadiums since FIFA mandated grass in the stadiums. I say the NFL players boycott and boom, there's no season upsetting you guys.
That's not going to happen.
Do you not like the NFL at all, Right Brain? Is that what the deal is? I love your divergent opinions. We do. It does spice up the show. So that's why we like to read them. I don't know. I rarely agree with you, but we like your divergent opinions. Very nice. Alejandro says we need more production from the infield aside from Junior and Aranda, and especially when it comes to the long ball. Outfield, we just need one outfielder with pop. And I'm fine with Simpson, Mullins, Mesa. I tell you what, Mesa's been a really nice surprise. He's a good ball player. He's a really good ball player. Yeah. Push Icy says Riveter's food is amazing and their hazy IPA is pretty good too. Yeah, their hazy IPA is nailed, really good. And by the way,
love IPAs.
Push Icy, it's gotten better because their beer maker. I'm sure there's a better word for that. Beer
Brewmaster.
Or the beer sommelier. Brewmaster is because they have to tinker with it, and he's nailed it, and it's really, really good. And by the way, if you don't know this, when you drink mass-produced beer, Budweiser, Miller Lite, whatever, there's a shit ton of preservatives in there because they ship it warm and they have to. There's a lot of crap in there. When you go to some place that makes their own beer, none of that stuff is in there. None of it. Because the kegs don't last long. They don't have to have preservatives in it. So when you go drink, 18 Michelob Ultras, so many of you like to do, and you feel like shit the next day, it's not only is it the alcohol, it's all the other crap that's in there. When you go to like a Rivers or any microbrew places, Cigar City, those kegs, they don't have that stuff in it. That's why you can drink it and you don't get the bloated feeling, the hangovers, and all that other stuff that comes with that. I cannot drink a mass-produced beer. Like, cannot go past my lips. It makes me ill. Everything goes haywire. It's no good. So take advantage of those places because you could drink, not that I recommend it, and certainly if you're going to drink 5 hazy IPAs, it better be over a long period of time and get an Uber.
Better Uber.
Because I do think it gives you a beer buzz quicker too. Because it's got alcohol. Yeah, it's cleaner. You have 2 hazy IPAs, you are there. You are right in that beer buzz that so many of us crave. Watching a game with that beer buzz, oh yeah, it's a totally different deal. I don't know all the intricacies of it, but that's the anecdotal story from someone who's done it a lot.
I'm a big fan of Coors Banquet beer, the original Coors.
The original Coors did not have all the preservatives in it, remember, because they wouldn't even ship it east of the Mississippi.
Because it wasn't pasteurized. Right. Yeah, so that's why it was illegal, because it wasn't pasteurized. I can remember I had an aunt that lived in Denver, and my dad, when we would go there, he would fill his trunk with it and bring it back.
Oh, it was a big deal. Yeah, it's a huge deal to go get Coors.
I mean, the whole premise of Smokey and the Bandit.
Yeah. Is that right?
Yeah.
I did not know that.
Because they were in Atlanta, and they didn't sell it east of the Mississippi. And they were in Atlanta. They wanted the Coors, so they had to go to Texarkana to get it and take it back. That whole truckload of beer was Coors.
I totally forgot about the plot of Smokey and the Bandit.
Yeah.
I just love that Trans Am. Oh, what a car.
They're thirsty in Atlanta. The beer's cold in Texarkana.
All right. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. So, so I've been to the Coors Brewery in Golden, Colorado, right? When I even taste the Coors Banquet, the original Coors Banquet beer out of their taps, because they'll give you tastings, it tastes completely different than it does when you get it out of the bottle at the bar. Yeah. Like it's just
same thing with Guinness in Ireland.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
Because they ship it over here. They got to have the nitrous and that, they have that little thing they put in the cans now. Because if they put it in the beer, it just ruins it.
Yeah.
So you go drink it's
good.
mother's milk is what it is.
It's so
just like mother's milk, only better.
Nectar of the gods.
Yeah. Mike says the Rays are back to their traditional losing ways right after the All-Star week. Their traditional losing ways. Steve, Mike, come on now. Third most wins since 2008, only behind the Dodgers and the Yankees. I'm sure you know that. Look, it's the beauty of the whole Rays deal is there's a new sheriff in town, and this new ownership group is not like the old ownership group. I'm not saying they're going to go out and spend a lot of money this year. Likely they're not. But I think they will add. And I think is when we get the stadium done and the revenues start coming in, we're going to do exactly what the Braves did. They're going to have to because there's going to be a salary floor. And they'll be spending $160, $70 million, hopefully more. When the Braves got their revenue increase, they went to like 250, 260. And they won a World Series. And I expect this group to do the same or something similar. If they don't, we're going to call them out. That's for damn sure. Kurt Thorson says, my wife and I sat next to Emeka Ibuka for a Friday showing of the Odyssey. She whisper screamed, "It's Emeka Ibuka."
Whisper scream. Sweetheart, you don't know how to whisper very well.
Oh my God, it's Emeka Ibuka. You heard that, right?
I get that a lot.
Well, Kurt, what is your maybe I haven't seen it yet, but did you give me a Emeka Ibuka review? Rick says JP off in the golf course in his head, I am the best ever. No one since second grade is near me. I am the evolution of Tiger, Bo Jackson, Dan Marino, and Gandhi. I was. It's all been downhill since fourth grade. I'm going to brag a little. I was an all-pro at every sport in elementary school. Yep. Yeah, that's something tragically went wrong. It's called competition. Kurt Thorson says the Bank of America CEO was in the Sunday talk shows and said the World Cup games brought in $60 billion in economic impact. But I've been told stadiums are a poor investment. J.C. Bradbury's quiet today. Zero economic impact of the World Cup here. No,
what are we doing?
Yeah, zero economic impact. I bet old Jerry made a few dollars off the World Cup. Old Jerry, even though they didn't get the AT&T Stadium.
Yeah. Did you hear the latest stink? I guess there is. Even though Jerry probably made $1 billion off the World Cup at a stadium, he had to give up his private suite.
I heard.
FIFA.
How about that?
Nobody's ever been in his private suite except for people that were with him when he allowed it. Like, nobody goes in there. And apparently FIFA's like, oh, no, we're taking it over. We're not using your stadium. Like, come on.
Yeah, that's what happened there.
Stupid.
All right, we got to take a break. Big O's outside the door, and he can't get in.
Uh-oh. Locked him out.
No, the door jams. It just, sometimes it jams. I couldn't get in for like 3 minutes today, and then you got to reset it. And so, but he's trying to get in, and I'm sitting here laughing while you're talking. I'm like, all right, hold on. Quick break. Back in a minute. Big O's here to really dump on the Rays. Stay with us. JP here for Genesis of Tampa and the Murphy Auto Group. I think the best way to experience a business is to use that business. And I just did at Genesis of Tampa. Just bought a GV70, a 2023, and it feels and drives all new. It's an absolutely fantastic car. The technology, the comfort, and the price, absolutely outstanding. Frankly, I never thought I could get into a car like this, but they made me a deal I could not refuse. And I also get the VIP service where you can just drive right up, their pit stop service. They'll top off all the fluids, make sure your air in your tires is good, new wipers if you want them. If you need extended service, they will come to you, bring you a courtesy car, and then bring your car back. What more do you want? The experience was just VIP all the way. And you can get that at Genesis of Tampa. And don't forget, you can get extended warranty, which I did. So I have worry-free miles up to 100,000, and all they do is just take it in. Actually, I don't have to take it in. They come to me. It's perfect. It's Genesis of Tampa right there, 801 East Bears Avenue, right off of 275. Go see them and tell them JP sent you. Big thanks to Italiano Insurance, the great folks over there. They will soon be part of Gallagher Insurance. A little name change, but same great folks, same great customer service you've known for over 65 years. They do all the work. You save all the money. ItalianoInsurance.com at 813-877-7799. Hey, the Golden Diamond Source wants to be your family jeweler. So don't wait any longer to find that one-of-a-kind perfect engagement ring for that special someone in your life. At the Golden Diamond Source, they can design anything you want personally. The Golden Diamond Source can help you trade in your old broken jewelry and use it towards a new purchase as well. And with gold prices at record high, now is the best time to do it. They only sell natural diamonds at the Golden Diamond Source. So if it's a real love, it should be a real natural diamond. Don't start your relationship with a fake diamond. Bad idea. And with the Golden Diamond Source first-time buyer program, you can learn all about the 4 C's in all the different shapes and styles. And they are able to show you a huge selection of inventory to choose from. And don't forget, 0% financing for up to 5 years. If you finance $5,000, it's only $83 a month. Make sure it's a Golden Diamond Source Diamond, 3800 Almerton Road, always online at goldendiamond.com.
It's the love you give only at Golden Diamond Source.
Hey guys, you already know that Riveters is the best sports bar in all of Tampa Bay, but now it gets even better for Rays baseball season. During all Rays games, check this out, $6 Tito's, $6 Jack, $6 margaritas, all during Rays games. Are you kidding me? And that's always a great pour from the great bartenders at Riveters. Great service, great food, everything is fresh, nothing is frozen. And let me tell you, if you want baseball and wings, you will not find any better than Riveters. Their sauces, like the blue cheese and the ranch and everything, is handmade, and the wings are big and they're perfect. Wings, baseball, Rays, Riveters. It all comes together during baseball season. Once again, in addition to all the great food and service, you get $6 Tito's, $6 Jacks, $6 margaritas. It's time to celebrate. Baseball season is back, and celebrate at Riveters. You know where it is, right there on Dale Mabry, just north of 275, just south of the stadium. See you there at Riveters. Pitch Roofing believes giving back is part of doing business the right way. That's why they proudly offer exclusive discounts to those who gave the most to our communities, including veterans, first responders, seniors, and teachers. And for listeners of the JP Peterson Show, there's even more good news. Pitch Roofing is now offering a special discount just for fans of the show. With so many roofing companies coming and going in Florida, it's important to choose a contractor you can count on long after the job is done, especially when it comes to honoring your warranty. Pitch Roofing is built for the long haul with a reputation for quality, transparency, and standing behind their work. Whether it's a repair or a full replacement, their team delivers honest guidance, quality workmanship, and no high-pressure sales. Call 727-67-PITCH, 727-677-4824, or visit pitchroofing.com to schedule a free estimate.
Pitch roofing, roofing done right.
Let's go.
Right now, back to the show on FanStream Sports.
All right, welcome back to the JP Peterson Show. Brought to you by the great folks at the Gold and Diamond Source. It is Christmas in July. Christmas in July. That's right. They got all kinds of things going on over there at the Gold and Diamond Source. You know, they've got the best selection of engagement rings. They've got 5 carat, 10 carat. They got 20 carat diamonds over there. Real diamonds. 20 carat.
Yikes.
So you want to impress your girl? That'll do it. I think
Does that go on a ring?
Will take care of. I don't know. I think you can use it as a satellite
Jeez.
dish too. Yeah, we don't even use those anymore, do we? Yeah. I get ESPN on this thing. Look at that. Yeah. Yeah, they got great stuff over there at the Golden Diamond. So something you've never seen. Like just going in there is fun. Like the staff is fantastic. It's it's bling everywhere. You see the best of the best. They say, hey, can I see the 20 karat diamond? Sure. Now they ain't taking it out of the box to show it to you, Tim.
Can I hold it? Can I put it in my pocket for just a minute? Can I carry it outside for 1 second? I just want to see what it feels like.
That's what she said. Hello, Timmy.
What is up? There you go.
You walked right into that 3-0 pitch.
Hold on,
bro.
I gotta get his camera right.
You walked right into that 3-0 pitch. Though.
Yep.
There he
Eat
is.
it up for you.
Yeah.
There he is.
Hey, you see the shirt I got on, Timmy? Yeah.
I'm a boot too.
España.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah, a little España.
Nice.
Barcelona.
Sí,
Barcelona.
Barcelona. What do they call it? Barca? They just call it
Barcelona.
Barca.
They call it Barca. I'm actually a Real Madrid fan, but it's okay. I mean,
You can't be both. How do you wear a Barca shirt and be a Madrid fan?
Because I love Spain and the country Spain. Not a big, like most countries, not a big fan of their government, but I love the people and I love the country. It's beautiful. They're great. Congratulations to Spain. If I had my druthers between Spain and Argentina, the right country won because I'm not a big fan of
the Marxists or the Nazis.
Exactly.
Right. Which way are we going here?
6-7. It's a 6-7 deal. It totally was. So, however you want to go politically as far as taking that into sports, which we shouldn't, by the way.
No, do not do that.
Do not
We've
do
already,
that.
we've already
We
done
wouldn't
that
do
today.
that.
Made a big mistake.
Really?
Yes.
What pray tell, I was not listening.
Well, we just dabbled into it. I thought it was weird. Like everything now becomes like, I don't know how we got from Bryson DeChambeau cheating at golf,
Right.
to now everybody lining up on.
I'm on laughing. In the
Everybody lining up on. So if you're on, because Bryson is with Trump, and the British media, according to Timmy, said that Bryson was calling Trump to see if he could intervene and get his penalty.
Oh, almost like a red card.
Yeah, that didn't happen. That didn't happen.
It was all reported by the British media. It never actually happened.
And they never tell a lie. That BBC, oh yeah, that's a good one. But anyway,
it means something different in my
let's
world.
talk some Rays, my friend.
You want to talk some Rays?
I just give you the floor to
No, listen. It was
dump on that
Nah.
steamy one that they left in Boston.
Yeah, it was. Listen, you ran into a juggernaut right now, a team that's super hot. Everybody goes through their stretches. Man, are they in a stretch? Boston, as I've been calling them, the Red Hots ever since they got to like 7 or 8 wins, then 9, then now 13. The Red Hots, no longer the Red Sox, because they are hot as hell. Just kind of working backwards. I mean, this is a team that is very reminiscent of the Rays. When you watch those series, especially yesterday's game, they won basically like the Rays. They were, punching the ball around, being aggressive, taking the extra bases. Any little miscues by the Rays, they ended up meaning a run. And then they've got the pitching. And if you look at it for real, one of the glaring differences, other than Tracy coming in and finally settling in, and they really support him. Great comments about, Contreras and several of the other players, saying how steady this guy is, how this immovable force, win or lose. They're comparing him, dare I say, back to 1988. Remember when Joe Morgan took over from McNamara?
Yeah.
In 1988, and they went nuts. They went like 19-1, and they ended up coming back and winning the East. They didn't win the World Series or anything that year, but they obviously it wasn't until 2004. But they turned their whole season around. This is reminiscent of that. They're 18-2 in the last 20 games and just dominating on the mound. They have been dominating pretty much on the mound. It's offensively that they haven't, and that is now. They're spraying the ball around. They're not a big 3-run homer team. They're a team that plays very reminiscent of the Rays. What happened to the Rays? Honestly, it just showed you the glaring need for another quality starter. You need a quality starter because in that series, 4-game series, obviously 3 days to a doubleheader, there was no Nick Martinez. There was no Rasmussen. There was no Kelly, no Baker. There wasn't that need to kind of use that back end strength. And the other guys basically failed. Rycroft, abysmal. So he's been since he got called up, let's be honest. But
Sulcer bad.
Clevenger gave up, an untimely big fly. It just shows you that what their glaring need is. They need that extra bat because if the tremendous trio goes a little bit quiet, where are you getting it from? And then you got to have an extra hammer reliever and a hammer starter because you just can't count on what you have. I'm talking about October. I'm talking about because here's the big thing for me, and we'll talk about it on the Big O Show later on too. It's so imperative that they win the East. It's so imperative, even one more tranche up, that they have the best record in the American League. Why? Because you want home field advantage. You want that bye.
Especially at the Trop, yeah.
Especially at the Trop right now, the way they played their game in the Trop. So it's not just because, we need some, punch so we can get, so we can do well in October. It's getting to October properly.
Yeah, and thinking about this, if you play in the wild card, you're going to probably face the best 2 pitchers.
Wild card's a crapshoot.
Whoever it is, and against elite pitching, this lineup,
it's not right. You can shut down. You key on the top 3. You walk a couple of guys here and there. You make Junior chase, and now all of a sudden it's on Blade. It's on these other guys. It just glaringly shows you what the next 3 weeks are going to be about. 2.5 weeks until August 3rd. What are the needs? And the needs are pitching, a starting pitching, somebody in the middle there that
a catcher.
A catcher would be extraordinary if you could, right? Ryan Jeffers. Obviously, there's some studs out there on the market that are, incredibly that the A's, rumored Shea Langeliers we saw in the All-Star game.
Love to see him.
Adley Rushman. There's another guy looming out there that possibly could be an interesting trade, and that is Hunter Goodman, the power-hitting, right-handed, good defense catcher from the Colorado Rockies.
Please.
The Red Sox are, possibly looking into that guy so they can fill because they've had catching woes themselves with Narvaez and Wong being So, you're talking about that's a team that might give up a little bit of something to get that extra. They're also in need of an extra middle of the lineup bat because they have a lot of slashers and basically Contreras. So that's a big one. And then second base, I go back to Ketel Marte. I don't know if it's a realistic deal because he's got the no trade, but holy cow, with that would fit such a double whammy for them because he's such a dynamic player.
Yeah,
where you still get athleticism, you get the power bat, you get the veteran, risk guy that can hit in fourth, fifth, lead up wherever you want him.
Yeah,
and it's invariably a not a controllable contract, but it's a manageable contract.
It's not terrible, especially with the floor coming up.
with the 4
Bargain.
coming up. So, you need a middle reliever, maybe Miller from San Francisco Giants. They've got a power hitter over there in Casey Schmidt, who's got 27 home runs. He's been a surprise because he's never really done that before, but he's a right-handed power guy. I don't know if we need an outfielder. I'm not going to say no if it comes available, but the glaring need is catcher, a potent bat, strong middle relief, set up to add another closer, maybe kind of tandem, give Baker a little break, and then a starter. So
were you, and we'll talk about this on a Big O show. Were you surprised at how poorly they played coming out of the break? And you look at Yandy and Junior, they didn't get a break. They didn't get a break at all.
Yeah.
They're, some of the other pitchers.
Baker didn't either.
And should they have
in the All-Star game?
Should they have moved, into such a huge series, and especially momentum that Red Sox have? Should they have moved Martinez and Rasmussen up? They had rest, obviously.
They had rest. I was a little surprised that
Englert. Why are we throwing Englert out there when these other guys are rested?
I don't know, because you also have to look at it where you're playing division rivals, and even though it's the big picture of things and the whole season now with the different scheduling, nevertheless, you want to control that division, right, and win that division. And also, you had a super hot Boston team. They were coming out of the break with 9 wins and high on the hog. So
why do you not reset your rotation there?
There wasn't a hammer in any of those 4. Well, I take it back. That's what the glaring of the 4 games was. In game 4, I'm looking at it and I start watching that game. I'm like, okay, here it goes. We're going to stop the streak here. We got Sugar Shane. Obviously against Sonny Gray, formidable. 12-1 now, 2.48 ERA. Should have been an all-star. We knew it was going to be a great matchup. And then he falters, and that opened the floodgates. So why?
And Sonny wasn't his best.
He wasn't at his best.
What, he had 5 walks?
Yeah, he wasn't at his best.
There were guys on base. We were 0 for 15 with runners in scoring position.
It was glaring.
The Rays were.
Yeah. So, you're talking about an opportunity, a game of opportunities that but those games are going to happen. It's those other nuances that you need to control as far as having a better bullpen. For example, right now, one of the reasons that they're streaking, and that's the Boston, obviously you got Chapman at the end, and he gave up a couple of walks and made it a little interesting, but he got out of it. Garrett Whitlock's a beast. Tyrone Guerrero. They're even getting, Weissert to come back to the fold and pitch well, who's got a phenomenal arm. Justin Slayton. Now, all of a sudden, one of their best things and most important, here's where people don't realize that because of the marathon of the season, having a formidable bullpen is as important as almost having that 2, 3, 4, tremendous trio.
Yeah.
It's the way we're playing the games now. We're no longer, having Maddox go 7 or 8 and Smoltz and, and all these monsters from yesteryear in the 80s and 90s. It's a cultivated game. So he who has that great combination goes farther. And right now I'm not super confident filling in 6, 7, no joke, no pun intended, to try to get to Kelly and Baker. And on top of that, you can't use Kelly and Baker all the time.
4-game series, no Kelly, no Baker, no Rasmussen, no Nick Martinez.
They didn't face our best.
No, but we could have faced our best. Yeah. We could have had Rasmussen and Nick Martinez in there.
But, that's the positive side of this thing, that they're going into Toronto now.
Yeah.
We
need 2 big wins.
We need 2 and surprise Toronto and maybe take 3 out of 4 and come back home and play that great Rays baseball. So it's still with all the, that they've sowed already with the wins, they're still in a formidable position,
Alex Nunn says, stop going around McClanahan. Dude is ass.
Yeah, he's not ass.
I don't care if you just come back or not. Spend more time getting better, not going on Instagram posting from your boat.
I'm not a huge social media guy, so I don't know that. But
you think that's really hurting his pitching,
Alex? I don't
Alex?
think it's hurting his pitching.
Yeah, he went out on the boat on his off day.
All top athletes now, middle of the road athletes to young athletes.
But if you're not pitching well, you're not allowed to post on your Instagram.
You're not allowed to post. everybody's posting and everybody's using that vehicle.
I will say this, Alex. He has not been good lately.
You know, he's a quandary because he's been really electric and good. What he hasn't been is great.
Right.
That's what it is.
Our expectations are
so
quality
high
start
with him.
every time out.
Yeah, quality to great start.
Yeah.
Quality start six innings, three
At least
runs.
that's like the basic.
That's the basis.
But normally 12
we were
strikeouts.
Used to 7
Yeah.
innings, 10 strikeouts, 8, 9 strikeouts. I mean, he was at the level of like when you start wondering Paul Skeens, what's going on with Paul Skeens? Finally had a good game and threw 7 strong and 1 run, 8 strikeouts. Paul Skeens getting back on track. That's because you've created
the expectations.
So what is Sugar Shane? 1 good game, 1 mediocre game, 1 great game. That's kind of what we're getting now. What we're getting solidly is Rasmussen and Martinez are usually, Rasmussen had a couple of nicked up, games towards the end of the break there, but I hand the ball to him, whether it's April or October. And Martinez has been the surprise of surprise has been Nick Martinez on the staff. Be honest with you.
And we're going to need him to be dominant in the second half and regressing to the mean
other than Baker taking on the role of an all-star closer, but it's been Nick Martinez, and now we need him to do that. Now, as far as the bats, listen, those series are going to happen. I still take my chances on that tremendous trio. Liked some of the things that Chandler did. Aggressive, he just shows you why he can be a game changer, and why. Like when we were just talking, aforementioned about, do you go out and get a power outfielder or Casey Schmidt or somebody like that or Joe Adell? That would mean that maybe less playing time for Chandler Simpson. Do you want that? I don't know, because damn, if he doesn't make it interesting when he puts the ball in play and is running around and just, he created a double, error, stole third, error scored. The fake bunt slash, play. I mean, the guy's dynamic.
He's making things happen.
He's making things happen. He's been so much better. He went through like a month lull after a month and a half or so great, serious lull. He's been solid for a month now.
But they did take advantage of his throwing arm.
No, that's just that. That's
part of it with him.
That's part of it.
That's why he should be playing second base. We were talking a little bit about movies today, so let me get to these last few comments here. It says, I was excited for Disclosure Day, Lonnie Wilkins said, but overheard nothing but bad reviews and heard it's a drag to get going. Just give me Close Encounters and E.T. Yeah, it was terrible. Ashley says, because she went to the Odyssey with me, the $70 Trojan Horse popcorn bucket. This is the thing. This is the thing. This is the thing. They're selling a $69.99. $70. It's like this big. It's a Trojan horse. It's a plastic Trojan horse.
Yeah.
And you get the popcorn with it, though.
Oh, no.
And you pour the popcorn into the Trojan horse, and then
Right.
you eat the popcorn out of the belly of the horse.
Interesting.
For $70.
It sounds like Disney.
And there were like 2 idiots that bought it, like are walking around the theater. Their girlfriend. Imagine.
Holy
These 2 guys walking into the bathroom. He's got the Trojan horse under his arm. I'm like, dude.
Just that, or you get
if your girl,
do you get a ticket to the movie and a cola and a parking spot, or
you should be able to ride that thing out of the movie theater for $70. No, if you're walking
to the Rays deal to go watch a game for $49 and you get all you can eat and stuff like that.
If you're so insecure that you feel like you got to buy a $70 Trojan horse to impress your lady at the movie theater, dude, you are. I feel sorry for you.
You're feeling inadequate somewhere else.
Ashley reminds me, Pressure was the name of the Brendan Fraser movie that we saw. That was a good one. That's the best movie we've seen.
Yeah, that's the one I was trying to think of the name of it. Yeah.
Either of you seen Disclosure?
Oh, it's awful. It's horrible.
Timmy?
No, I have no interest.
You didn't go to the movies. But I saw the Odyssey over the weekend.
I'm going to wait and rent it at Blockbuster when it comes out.
Awful.
Yeah, you go, Blockbuster.
I mean, the acting,
like good call.
Like everybody, like the acting was just weird. It was awful. It would seem very like not amateurish, even for Matt Damon. It was just weird.
Oh, the Odyssey.
The
I
Odyssey.
thought you were still talking about
now the Odyssey with like, the
CGI.
It's a Christopher Nolan movie. No, he doesn't do the CGI, and everybody's like, "Oh, at least he doesn't do that," and it's very real. And they built the boat and all that. Yeah, that's cool.
Okay,
that's cool, and that's all good. The special effects, the action scenes are pretty good, but even the action scenes, some of the action scenes just don't seem. They seem cheesy.
Really?
Yeah, it's like I think somebody kidnapped Christopher Nolan and Steven Spielberg. They didn't make those movies. Either one of them. Wow. There's just no way.
Wow.
They're just not. I can't believe like they would watch that and go, "Oh yeah, we nailed that one." It was just weird. Maybe I was too inebriated.
I'm I'm waiting for Spider-Man.
Yeah,
July 31st.
Alani says he was at Wrigley Field for the 2016 celebration and great seeing Joe Madden. I want all of this so bad for the Rays in the community. That was this weekend.
Yeah. About your good Italian boy Anthony Rizzo.
Catching
that ball with the baby. Forget about it. I caught it. It's all good.
And they brought back Ben Zobrist and Madden.
Sweet. One of my favorite
That's
players.
what
favorite Ray of all time, Benzo, man.
That's what you can do with a $186 million payroll.
Good.
Hey, you want to know who my favorite Ray of all time is?
Tell me.
Ben Grieve.
Ben Grieve.
Ben Grieve almost killed my son.
Seriously? With a ball?
Yeah, I saved him.
He hit a bullet?
I ever tell you that story?
Pulled one?
Yeah, it was at Al Lang.
Okay.
And I'm sitting on the grassy knoll.
Yeah.
Down the right field line.
Down the right field line.
And my son is on the inside of me towards him.
Yeah.
And
if it was Al Lang, your boy had to be pretty young.
Yeah. No, he was just a little baby.
Yeah.
He's a baby. It's like maybe 1-2 years old. And we're sitting there taking it in. And he's sitting right next to me. Ben Grieve turns on one.
Left-handed
But here's the crazy thing. You know how when you watch a spring training game, you got a little kid there.
Yeah.
You don't watch every pitch.
No, yeah.
I had a premonition.
No.
I did.
How about that?
I had a premonition. Came to me.
Little psychic.
Little birdie in the ear said,
going on.
The next pitch is coming right at you.
Oh my.
And I went, oh. So I turned and looked.
Let me pay attention to that.
Damned if he did not absolutely
turn on
one. So I go and I dove over the top of my son.
Beautiful.
And it's just an incredible moment in reaction time. And I went to knock the ball down.
Sure.
And it hit my chest.
Sweet.
But I didn't know if it like hit my chest and then hit him.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he was kind of underneath me.
Right.
And so you're waiting at that minute,
little moment
second before
hit my boy,
where you're waiting to hear the cry.
Yeah.
Or the something else.
Right.
And he was like, get off me.
Yeah. Yeah. Almost more like, dude.
Yeah. Why are you jumping on top
more
of me?
damage than the ball.
And I got a little.
Yeah. I bet you did.
Yeah.
Did Ben Grieve look over there and give you a little
No, he
wave?
did
He didn't give you like, sorry, buddy.
He wasn't here long enough to. He wasn't there long enough to remember it.
Oh, come on now. That's not nice. Ben Grieve stuck around for a little while.
Oh, dude, I love Ben Grieve. I thought he was going to be big in the major leagues, but he sucked in Oakland. He sucked at Tampa Bay. I mean, you know who his daddy is.
Yeah.
He
almost killed my son.
And his
Give me back my son.
Dad was an incredible executive.
He's Mr. Texas Ranger. Tom Grieve. He was
Tom
GM here
Grieve
for a while. He was an original Ranger. Came over with the Senators when they moved here. And
and
still in the community. He's a great
put together
dude.
that Texas team that was powerful.
Yeah.
Oh, I think we got to the bottom of the negative mailers.
What happened?
Thomas Casper says Wostall owns a print shop. Oh, Mike H says Morgan & Morgan is sending them out. Yeah, so Morgan & Morgan's bankrolling and Wostall's printing.
Oh, Nelly.
All the negative mailers that are going out. It's not going to work.
It's
not going to work, Orlando. You're going to have, you got the mouse. You got the Epic Adventure. You get all that Minnie Mouse.
The new
Mickey
theme
Mouse
parks
crap over there.
Yeah.
What do you need a baseball team for, right?
Yeah.
Get your hands off our Rays.
That is a weird scenario because.
All right. I think, Rick says John Gruden will now do Rays play-by-play.
That's what he wants to do.
That might be interesting.
What is that from?
So we were talking. I don't know if you want to weigh in on this because I know you're a broadcaster though. Yeah, why not? I was just honest. I don't like Andy Freed as a TV guy. Andy, when he's calling radio play-by-play, he's fantastic. He's absolutely wonderful,
outstanding.
It's one of the best I've ever heard. But somebody told him not to do play-by-play the same way on TV. And there are nuances, absolutely, but he completely just doesn't describe the action at all. He just said, you can see it, so I don't need to describe it. It's like someone will hit a home run, and he'll, instead of calling a home run, it's high, it's deep, and it's just 2-0 Boston.
Yeah,
it's just weird, and I don't. And I said, I don't know if he's uncomfortable. I don't know. If the producer told him not to do it, like
he's an extreme professional and very, very smart.
Yeah.
And maybe he's trying to go overcompensate on the flip side.
I think he is.
Because of because that radio needs and has to be so descriptive.
Yes.
That then he's pulling it back and going, well, you don't have to be that descriptive. Let the scenery play for itself and let the people enjoy it, because now we are in a day and age that you don't have to be as descriptive with the play-by-play on TV, because we have 9,000 cameras, right? So, let it breathe, as they say. And I don't have to tell you that because you studied it. But I hear what you're saying. And maybe he's just, maybe that's the problem there. But
and then you take him off radio.
Huh?
Then you take him off the radio. So you lose him on that side.
Yeah.
But,
they're giving Dwayne certain amounts of.
Yeah, I think he doesn't want to travel, or I'm not sure about that, why it is, but
Dwayne, he's older and he probably doesn't want to do as many games.
Rich is a TV guy. He does play-by-play. I think he might be a better choice. I don't know. JP Peterson might be a better choice. I don't know. No, it's not about that. It's just, I love it.
About Big O.
Big O would be fantastic.
No,
listen.
I am not Hawk Harrelson, even though Hawk Harrelson was an incredible color guy, and then eventually very few color analysts, former ball players flip over to become good play-by-play guys. You can count them on your hands. You know what I mean? Hawk, Steve Stone, did it. Who are some of the other ones? A Euchre. Not too many. No. Most of them need to be the school guys, such as yourself, because there's a cadence to that needs to be learned, studied for years and years, though.
I don't like to say anything bad about other broadcasters, and it's just I know he's phenomenal at what he does on radio.
He is. I can't say how. I can't expound how
the best
good.
I've ever heard.
Yeah,
and him and Dave together were tremendous.
Him and Dave were tremendous. Honestly, Neil has every year since he's taken over for Dave has big shoes to fill, and he's filling them.
He's growing into it.
I'm telling you, Neil Solondz is so descriptive, so fun, so quick. He even has wit. There's a lot going on there with they are the best radio tandem in all of baseball. I'm telling you, bar none. And that's hard to say, because and before that it was him and Dave Wills, and I always struggled early on accepting that, because you have to have a former player in there. I was like on this ladder or pulpit going, how dare they not have a former player? Dude, it worked, and it's working. But it's radio and TV are two different animals.
Yep, absolutely. All right, we got much more coming up on the Big O Show. So in about 25 minutes, so stay with us for that. Great job, Timmy. Appreciate you. Thank you all for your comments. I mean, my God, we got so many today I didn't get to, but sorry, guys. We appreciate you jumping in. Great stuff. So Big O Show coming up. Thanks to all our advertisers. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Go to our YouTube page. Become a member, either a Peterman or a VI Peterman, and be part of this great endeavor we got going here. We really appreciate your support. We'll see you in a few.